Dan.
DD.
Just us.
Getting used to this, right? Just the two of us. Just the two of us. That's the new name of this show, by the way, because it's either me and Chris or me and you, but it's just the two of us.
That is very true. But I have a question for you,
Okay,
Dan.
sure.
All right. If you could kill a celebrity to bring back a celebrity, who would you kill and who would you bring back?
Wow. That is one of the most intense questions you've ever asked to open this show. And I'm gonna have to try to do some thinking on the spot here. Oh gosh. Damn. The first celebrity that comes back to mind one of the first that comes back to bring back is Robin Williams. I was a huge Robin Williams fan. And taken from us too soon. Naturally, I have been quoting his movies like my entire life. And to think that we missed out on some more of those is rough. I'm trying to think if anybody else comes to mind that I'd bring back before I get into murdering somebody.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Like, we missed out on some like either good or bad Robin Williams movies. Because he would have signed like a huge deal with one of these streaming services. And like when someone does that, you don't really like it's hit or miss.
Yes. Like, right.
It's hit or miss. And we would have gotten some like weird Robin Williams movies or some good ones and some bad ones. We missed out on a lot of Robin Williams content, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, whether the serious stuff, the comedic stuff, even some of his stand-up, there was some missed out there. Man, I'm trying to think if I have like a vendetta against a particular celebrity. This is a tough one. Do you have anybody?
I got one.
I feel like you've got a list.
I got one. Absolutely. I have
I'll
one.
think about it.
And the reason I thought about this is because I heard this question on like a random morning show, like 104.3 or something. And then the same day, I find out that Paul Rudd, sexiest man alive. I hate Paul Rudd. Can't stand Paul Rudd. Hate Paul Rudd. I would kill Paul Rudd. And I'm bringing back Juice WRLD. Give me Juice WRLD back in my life.
Great pick.
I'm killing Paul Rudd. I'm bringing back Juice WRLD. I just why people like Paul Rudd, I still, for the life of me, don't understand. So
that's a really great pick.
People, sexiest man. I'm like, I just get out of here. Like,
yeah, no, I agree with you that, and I'm a Paul Rudd fan, and Chris and I have defended Paul Rudd on this podcast many times before, but that probably not something that award that he should be winning. We really is the list running out already, or can we give it to somebody else again? Somebody can't be a duplicate winner there. You saying Juice WRLD though made me think of Mac Miller, in bringing back Mac Miller. Even though I mentioned Robin Williams, those two would be tough to pick between. Oh, you really got me stumped on the who I want to kill. Donald Trump. There you go. Done.
Oh, okay.
If you want to call, if we can say that's he's a celebrity still. End this madness. I was just in the South, and the people that still believe that man is our president is unbelievable. There are bumper stickers, signs, yard signs. Like, get with reality, people. Come on.
It's just like, let it go. Like, right. It's over. Let it go.
Let it go. Like, honestly. Oh, so just for that sake, because I'd like to drive through our own country and not have to be like, where are we? What's going on here? Come on. So there you go.
God. So kill Donald Trump, bring back Mac Miller. So does that mean we have to put Donald Trump on the playlist?
Oh, we might have to now. That's too perfect. That sets up too perfect. You know?
Yeah, I guess that's what we have to do. Well, let's get it started. What's up? It's the Brunch Breakdown. It's Dan and it's Dee out here in Los Angeles. Dan in Pittsburgh, and Chris is on his way to Wisconsin with a pregnant wife, super pregnant wife, and a 1-year-old. Prayers to you, Chris.
Prayers.
Because I had to drive 2 hours to Palm Springs in the same predicament, and like we stopped a lot. You got 9 hours to go, bro. So Godspeed.
Yeah. Best of luck to you. I'm gonna bring that up here after my chess segment as a little bit of teaser here about road trips in general. So, but yeah, T's and P's to Chris. Hopefully he's listening to this on the way and enjoys it. Hopefully it'll make the drive go a little quicker.
Well, today on the show, we're going to be talking about Love Cloud Las Vegas. And I cannot wait to talk all about that if you don't know what it is. Taylor Swift's 10-minute All Too Well. Emilio Estevez is another one of these people who don't want to get vaccinated for COVID. So he got kicked off the Mighty Ducks reboot. So we're going to be talking about that. We got Brunch Court. We've got a lot of things today. We've got what we're listening to, Brewsday, and so much more. But let's get it started. Dan, tell everybody where they can find the Brunch Breakdown.
That's right. My favorite part of the episode every single time. You can find the Brunch Breakdown anywhere you listen to podcasts, anywhere you're listening right now, plus these other places: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, new episodes every Thursday. We realize this is coming to you a day late on Friday this week. We were off last week. Thank you for your patience. We're back, baby. But typically every Thursday, new episodes coming to you on your streaming device. Hit follow, hit subscribe. Let those episodes come to you each and every week. Full video episodes also available on our YouTube and our Facebook pages. Those premiere at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and available on demand anytime you want on both of those platforms as well. Speaking of Facebook, just one of the many social medias that we're on: Twitter, Instagram, Triller, TikTok. Follow us. We follow you back at Brunch Breakdown.
Beautiful. Follow us, we'll follow you back. I love it. Dan. All right, I will get us started. It's now Brewsday. Let's have a couple. And this is an oldie but a goodie. And there's a reminder here for you guys. Bringing this out, Taco Truck Lager. Brought this out in the summer. I love this. And we're having tacos tonight. So I brought out the Taco Truck Lager, right? And I love this. Dust Bowl Brewing Company here in California. I love this thing. And I want to just tell people a little something while I open this up, right? There are a lot of Mexican lagers out there. There are a lot. And beer from all over the place is just like, I don't know, becoming readily available wherever you live. So I understand. I love Corona. I love Pacifico. You know, I love Modelo, but like, try some. If you see a different one, try it. That's all I'm saying. There's just a lot of different Mexican lagers out there, and I just want people to try some different ones. That's all. But I'm not saying you have to quit your Pacifico. I haven't quit Pacifico. I haven't quit it, but I'm just letting you know, there's more Mexican lagers out there than Corona. Just venture out if you can.
That's great advice, man. And I feel like with Mexican lagers, they're one of the few, specific types of beer that you can screw up, but there are still a lot of different tastes and varieties to it, right? That it's not like, I like stouts, but stouts are so broad, and I realize it's specific. So it's a certain type of stout. So it's a certain type of lager. But there are variants to it. And I think if you like one of them, you typically will enjoy the others as well. They're all kind of in that same family. So yeah, venture out, please venture out. And that's good advice. Try out some new ones. Yeah, I will never stop drinking Pacifico, but
no, and you shouldn't.
Right.
And you shouldn't. That's the thing. You should not stop drinking Pacifico. I always have Pacifico at my house. It's just, you see it and it's like, sometimes I'm like, oh, why don't I just give this one a try? Because there are just a lot of Mexican lagers out there. And I feel like for everyone listening, it's so easy we're in a time where you can find beer from all over the place and wherever you have a 6-pack shop or wherever you're going. So like, just venture out, if you don't like it, go back.
Amen to that. Well, any type of specialty taco tonight? Just rolling with regular beef tacos? Got any avocado on there?
Carne asada. Carne asada tacos.
Dude, let me book a flight real quick. I'll be right there. Dude, just hang on for me. And
yeah. You can make them in the crock pot. You just have to get like better steak. I'm not saying you need to get filet mignon. I'm just saying you have to get like steak that is like decent, right? Throw them in the crock pot, let it be in there for like 10 hours, like with all the stuff. And so it's like you're putting, you put your diced tomatoes in there, put your lime juice in there, put a bunch of stuff in there, taco seasoning, all that stuff. And then it's just in there for a long time. And then once you just put the tongs in there and you just freaking separate it. Oh, and it's freaking amazing in its own little juices. And it's just incredible. Just telling you, that's the way you got it. That is the easy way to do it. I'm sure I know there's other ways to do it, but like that is the easy way to make like an amazing carne asada taco in your house.
Oh, man, you're killing me. It's dinner time over here in the East Coast, and I am just like salivating. We're gonna have to pause this and come back in an hour after I try to. Woo. That sounds amazing.
What are you sipping on? What are you sipping on, Dan?
Well, I just came back from a wonderful, wonderful road trip, which I'll get into here in a second. Hit up a couple different cities, specifically in North Carolina, Charlotte and Asheville. Now, anybody that knows Asheville, it's like the craft brewery capital of the United States. Okay. Most craft breweries per capita, more than any other city. It's not even close. And it's a small city. So, but there are still tons and tons of breweries that are all very, very close together. So naturally, over the course of those 5 days, between those and Winston-Salem as well, we stopped in Winston-Salem, old hometown of mine, not hometown, but a place I lived for a little while. So you got to count that as well. So between the 3 cities, 5 days, the information I will provide you, just warning you. Okay. Before I give you the information I'm about to give you, I'm going to tell you how many beers I had during this trip. Okay. Please keep in mind that when I give you this number, these were not full pours. Most of these were not full pours. We're talking 3, 4, 5 ounce pours. Okay. When we're in a place that we've never been, get the flight. I always recommend getting a flight. So yes, 3, 4, 5 ounce pours. There was an occasional full pour when we couldn't get the flight, right? But in 5 days, 54 beers. 54 beers in 5 days. And now that's just what I had. Now there were some that my fiance Shannon had that I sampled but didn't have. So that number is probably closer to 70 in terms of like tried. But 54 beers, again, not 12 ounce pours, not 16 ounce pours, 3, 4, and 5, all documented on my Untapped if you wanted to follow along. It was a hell of a road trip. So with that being said, I think my body is a little alcoholed and beered out, and I might not make it through the episode if I have beer today. So I just wanted to highlight that. I've got this wonderful brunch breakdown mug still. Shouts to your mother-in-law for this wonderful thing. Drinking water, much needed, still dehydrated. But I will highlight one beer from that trip out of the 54. Some incredible breweries, Twin Leaf Brewery, shout to them in Asheville. Love this hoodie. But the best one I had was from Burial Beer Company in Asheville. And the beer is called, now get ready for this name, Things We See in Our Heads Are Realities Nevertheless. I'll run that back one more time. Things we see in our heads are realities nevertheless. Makes you think a little bit, but very interesting. So this was an imperial stout with cacao nibs, roasted peanuts, dulce de leche, shortbread, Skor bars, Snickers, Twix, Kit Kats, and vanilla beans.
We get a calorie count on this thing?
No, Chris, I don't have the calorie count. And if I did, I wouldn't want to know it anyways. Now this one was a full pour. I do remember this one was, but it was worth every ounce. I mean, it tasted like all of those candy bars all in one. It was just absolutely incredible. It wasn't overly sweet still, not overly thick. It was smooth. So shouts to Burial Beer Company, and the things we see in our heads are realities. Nevertheless, beer of the trip goes to them. So that was my Brewsday. Wow.
That is, man, I did not expect a beer to have a Fall Out Boy album, a song title. Because right. That's what that is. Like,
it's exactly
like,
what that
Patrick
is.
Stump make beer now or something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
right. Yes.
That is awesome. And I understand why you guys went there in November and not closer to your wedding, because Jesus Christ, guys, like what? Shannon, we got a wedding dress to get into, girl.
Yeah,
like,
she's Thanksgiving's the cutoff for her. She was glad to get this trip in before Thanksgiving so she can enjoy. And that's just the beer. I don't even want to get into the food. These are also big foodie towns. Charlotte and Asheville. Holy cow. We were so uncomfortable physically all the time. We did as much walking as we could to help, but we are in rough shape, my friend. Let me tell you.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Dude,
It was
cheers.
Great. Cheers.
Brewsday.
Cheers indeed to Brewsday.
Cheers. Oh my gosh. Well, you might as well just keep talking. So get it off your chest. Let's get into this road trip. Let's go.
Yeah. So, just a little bit. I just kind of went through where we were, Winston-Salem. We stopped at your home state of West Virginia.
I saw that.
You saw that. Yeah. The Endless Wall Trail was very cool. It's a very cool stop. If you're traveling through West Virginia, going about 3 hours south of Pittsburgh, make a stop. It's worth it for, about an hour, but
especially at this time of year. I tell people this specifically, right? Specifically when people are like, do you miss home? I'm like, no, but like there is this time in like between November and October, like it's October and November, between that, it's like where everything is just freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
And then like a couple weeks later, it all goes to shit because it's wetter now and all the leaves are gone. But like, it's just something like when you're driving through West Virginia or you get a chance to do one of the millions of trails in West Virginia, because West Virginia doesn't have much, but they got trails. That's for sure. And they got views. That's for sure. Especially at that time of year. So like you doing that actually made me jealous because I was like, that's like the time that like the perfect time to go home to see something you can't see here. And that's like, I don't see that here. Palm trees don't change colors.
Right. Yeah, no, and it was a perfect time. It was beautiful. The whole road trip really. And then the further we got south, like the deeper the colors still got, right? Because it was a little bit warmer down there. So great time for road trips in November. And yeah, very cool stop in West Virginia. I mentioned the other cities as well, but this was the first time in almost 2 years exactly. It was 2 years exactly since I had taken more than 2 days off of work in a row. And so I'd been using vacation days, but over the last 2 years, it's been harder to do that, right? Find a reason to go somewhere, to get out of the office, to not even in office, right? To get out of home, working from home for more than that many days in a row. It was just a couple days here and there. So this was the first time I was really looking forward to like disconnecting from work, right? 5 days out of the office, a 7-day vacation. Very much excited about that. But some advice for some people in the working world out there. Please respect the out of office. Okay? Please respect the out of office. When you receive the automatic reply out of office, that person is away. Right? Away. They let you know when they're coming back out of the office till this date, right? Typically how it goes. I'll get back to you on this date. Days away are days that people have earned to be away, right? To be away from work. And the amount of emails and follow-up emails that I received while I was away with an out of office is absolutely insane. I shouldn't have to have this conversation on this podcast. It wasn't one, it wasn't two, not 3, LeBron, not 4, like multiple. People get the automatic response, but then they follow up days later when they see when I'm away till. Are you that illiterate that you can't read? Can't you respect my time away? Do you know what out of office means? Like, how often can we completely disconnect from everything? It's so rare nowadays, right? And I don't even just mean work. I'm talking like regular conversations, combos, texts, like personal emails, family stuff, calls, anything. It's like so rare to just be able to like completely disconnect, which is why I cannot wait till my honeymoon, because I'm absolutely doing that. That's priority number one.
Throw your phone in the ocean.
I'm doing it. I'm absolutely doing it. So I want to encourage people, go on vacations where you have no choice but to disconnect. Go on a cruise, get out there in the middle of the ocean, go international places, fully get away when you can. I'm going to start putting like completely unavailable until this date in my out of office, and still like, instead of the, with limited access to my email. Apparently they think that I'm just checking it all the time. Limited is whatever it means in their world. Maybe I'll put if you follow up before that, you will be ignored. Just to like say, don't even think about it. Don't do it. So please respect the out of office. Enjoy your time off. You deserve it.
You got to use the old Drake meme. If you're reading this, leave me the fuck alone. Like, it's like if you're reading this, it's too late. But yeah,
I might. Yeah.
Oh,
but it was just
God.
a little frustrating that I couldn't fully enjoy the vacation. I had to work for a few hours more than I really should have.
Oh man.
Yeah. Out of office people.
That's the worst. That's the worst. As you know, I feel like my wife is never off, ever off.
Yeah,
so
she probably can never completely disconnect. Never.
Yeah, never. It's like I think she's off, but it's like I always know that someone's gonna call. Someone's gonna make sure she knows what's going on at work. So but so I feel that completely. Respect the out of office.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, I gotta get this off my chest, man. So I have been taking meetings with agents recently, right? People hit me up. They're like, hey, we want to represent you. So when they do this, they don't know me at all. And I'm thinking like, okay, we're going to get to know each other. But instead, they're talking at me. And it's literally the most frustrating thing. It's like, you're supposed to take part of my money, right?
Yeah.
So you would think that you would try your hardest to be on the same page as me and not talk at me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've had 3 meetings and they've all done the same thing where I try to tell them something and then they tell me why that is wrong and why I should be doing this thing instead of that thing. And I'm like, like I'm doing okay without you. So like, I need you to tell me why I should give you 20% of my money. Like, and it's the funniest thing to me where it's just like, you would think it would be this big kiss ass session, but it's not. Yeah. It's literally like, they're so arrogant in their way of doing things. And it's like, I get it. You probably have other clients and stuff, but it's like, all right, I'm not in this position where it's like, okay, I'm doing all these big things where it's like, I need somebody to like manage this, or I need an agent to deal with these like humongous deals. I'm not there yet. So like, I'm just flabbergasted by the arrogance of agents. And I just have to get that off my chest. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to screw myself, but I'm just like, I don't understand why you just would talk at someone and tell that person, nah, you're not going to do this. It's like you would think, because there are other ways to massage someone into thinking the way that you want them to think.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could have easily been swayed, but like it didn't happen. And it's just weird. And I'm like, I was just very frustrated after one meeting where I was like, this was weird. Like, did you really think I was going to sign with you after that?
Yeah.
Like one guy literally talked to me like he was a high school football coach. Like he was like, it was just weird. I was like, this is too much. But yeah,
I bet after the first one,
off my chest.
I bet after the first one, you probably thought that was just like that person, right? Yes. You probably thought that was the one time, like, wow, definitely not, going with them. But then it just kept happening, and you're like, probably like, what the hell is wrong with these people? This isn't how this is supposed to work.
Exactly. I just thought, like,
wow.
It's like I don't need. It's like I need someone to be real with me, but I don't want somebody just to tell me what they want, and then no, like you're supposed to work for me. I'm supposed to give you my money.
Right.
It's that's the thing that is just so funny to me. It's like I'm supposed to give you part of my money, so you should be telling me something, a reason why I should be doing that. And
right.
You did nothing.
Right.
So these meetings are just are funny. So I'm done doing agent meetings for a little bit, but
yeah,
because it was
holy cow, man.
Yeah, and I had to get that off my chest. It's just
rightfully so.
It's a weird thing. So give me a little inside. Give me a little inside of the entertainment business, man. Weird.
Not all glamour.
Meeting.
Yeah.
No. They're just meetings that just leave you like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah. So had to get off my chest. Well, Dan, let's get into the main course. We have a lot to get to, sir.
We do.
Let's get it started. Let's start with Taylor Swift. She just put out her re-recordings of Red, which, hey man, Kanye's putting 30 songs on his albums. Why does Taylor Swift just say, you know what, I'm going to release an album from 10 years ago, put 30 songs on it? And the song everyone's talking about is All Too Well, her 10-minute song about her relationship with Jake Gyllenhaal. And you are a Taylor Swift stan, Dan. Taylor Swift stan. I need to know your thoughts on what everybody's been talking about this week.
Yeah, so that's a long song to listen to, because she's singing and throwing lyrics at you like the whole time. You know, there's not a long bridge, instrumental bridge or breakdown. You know, it's mostly T Swift just throwing it at you, telling the story. And it's a little intense. You know, it's like this, she's calling it the sad, you know, autumn version of everything and whatnot. And I kind of needed to take a break the first time listening through it. Like, this song is just going to keep going this way. And I love Taylor Swift, but what are we trying to accomplish here? We're just rehashing old stuff. And so I was fine with the song as it is. Long, yes. Long-winded, yes. More details of the story with Jake Gyllenhaal, yes. But then there's a 15-minute video accompaniment movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
And it's a movie, because I say 15 minutes, but the last minute 30 is the credits for a 14-minute movie. It's a minute 30 of credits. Like, what? I can't get behind it. I can't get behind it. And as much as I love Taylor Swift, as you pointed out, this video is just too much. And I'm sure it's relatable to a lot of people, even me to a degree. There was elements that are very relatable. Yes. But the fact that everybody knows who this is about, and everybody knows that this was like a 3-month relationship, makes it really awkward. Makes it really, really awkward that it's not just, you know, a story of a song that she might have made up, like she did a lot of in folklore, that she, you know, wrote these stories, or maybe it's about somebody that we don't know. We just love this song. We know who this is about. And the characters in the movie are kind of, they look like Jake and Taylor did 10 years ago, just a little bit, right? Enough to be like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. And I wouldn't put Jake Gyllenhaal on my murder list enough for me to dislike him enough to say that, like, I'm okay with this and the movie's great and whatnot. So if it didn't have the movie with it, I think I'd just be like, wow, this is probably just a little too long. But I'm fine with it. But the movie makes it a little hard to accept.
Dude, I thought we were going to get some revelation like Jake Gyllenhaal hit her or something. Like, I don't know what I was thinking that I was going to get from this, but all I got was, dude, like, it was 10 years ago and you guys dated for 3 months.
Yeah.
And of course
you were like 20 and 21 years old before you like
and it's
knew.
Like, yeah. And of course he met your dad. That's the one thing in the song that is so weird. It's like, of course he met your dad.
Yeah.
You're 19.
Yeah. Right.
He's 30. Yeah. He met your dad. And you're like, and I guess, and it's like, he's like, oh, Jake, you laughed with my dad. Like you're on a late night show or something. And it's like, so Jake Gyllenhaal's a nice guy. He was nice to your dad.
Yeah. So he's as charming as we all think he is.
Yeah. And then in the video, so annoying, that girl says like 100 times, you didn't even look at me. And I'm like, and he's, I was with my friends. And they say that 50 times. So shouts to whoever wrote that piece of beautiful work. I was like, they literally say the same thing a million times.
Yeah. Like, are we advancing this argument at all? And then they really didn't. And they never finish it.
No.
He just got up against the sink and he was like, hey. Like, oh, everything's cool now. Sorry.
And you put all this time and effort into something in 2021 for this. And I'm like, make new music. I don't know. Like, this whole re-recordings thing, I got why she did it, but
Yeah.
I'm now like, I don't need any more of this, Taylor. I don't. Like, and this was just the icing on the cake for me. I'm good.
Like, I'm in favor. I'm fully behind. I love the re-recordings and things like that. We're hearing some things in a different way. I do love it. It's very exciting. But like I said, if this was so many other songs, it could have been many other songs that had a 10-minute version with a video. It probably would have been received. I would have received it better. And not that I'm like Team Jake Gyllenhaal, but there was a report that he's like mortified over this, that he can't believe that this has come up again over what he considered a fling for 3 months because he was 30. And he that's how things work when you're 30. And that, she basically paints this picture of him again. And now that it's in like video format, everybody thinks that that's how those conversations in Fight went. Whether they did or not, we don't know, but that's what everybody thinks now. And he looks like an asshole. He does. But he, that's just, that's a lot of relationships. That fight happens with so many people. And probably the same exact one, by the way. You were with your friends for the first time. Most of us have been down that road. But now that you like paint this picture of Jake Gyllenhaal and Taylor Swift, and that's how that went, I was just like, ooh, this is not pretty. And I didn't need this 10 years later.
Yeah. And it's just, Taylor has been this person that it's like, oh, woe is me, Kanye's coming after me. Oh, woe is me, like Kim and Kanye or whomever it is that's coming after me, Scooter Braun, Justin Bieber, whatever. And then it's like, you go out of your way. Jake Gyllenhaal somewhere asleep.
Yeah.
Like just chilling on his couch, not paying any attention. And then all of a sudden, what? A 3-month relationship? What 3-month relationship do you have that you're like, that affected you that much and nothing happened? Like,
right.
Listen, people go through stuff, whatever, but still, I just have a hard time feeling for like you just describing a 3-month relationship in 10 minutes. And I'm supposed to be like, oh, it sounds like a 3-month relationship that you had when you were 19.
Yeah.
And now you're 30 something. It was just people saying that that's their anthem. I guess people relate to, I don't know. I feel sad for Taylor Swift. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on. What are we doing?
Right.
Like,
right. Yeah, exactly. And I think and I've defended her so many other times before, but yeah, it was just so much extra. I think it was just too much with it. If maybe it was just the song, maybe we're not having this conversation. Maybe people aren't talking about it as much. Right.
The video.
But the video on top of it, that's just really, intense. And again, it just seems like rehashing unnecessarily. And again, she needed to re-record and re-release the albums, all good stuff, throw 30 tracks on there, but to like pinpoint that song, go 10 minutes with a 15-minute video. I love you, Taylor, but didn't need this. Didn't need this one. Hard for me to defend.
Yeah, it's very hard. Very, very hard.
Yeah. Let's get back to some 1989 vibes. Let's give me that, and then let's go. Let's move on. Let's move on. That should be the next album. Let's move on.
Seriously, because I am just like, I am not in on. I'm just anything Taylor's done over the last over quarantine since the pandemic. I'm just not into. Like, I appreciate her for doing the folklore stuff and the Evermore stuff. That's fine. Like, do what you want, but like, I need you to do something different. You and Jack Antonoff, like being in the woods, not taking showers and making music doesn't do it for me. Like, it just doesn't. Like,
right. Well, everybody wants to know if she can write songs when she's like happy all the time. And that might not sound like a fair question, but I think it is, because Oprah asked that to Adele.
I know.
She's
it
like,
is a fair question.
In your mindset, now that you're like happily, in a relationship, do you think you can start writing now. She's like, I hope so. Everything's been sad. She's like, I hope so. It's a legitimate question. And I don't know if, Taylor's got to go through some more heartache to keep writing the jams. I don't know.
Dude. How sweet was that Adele special though?
Oh, it was awesome.
It was awesome. God, that was so cool.
we were on vacation, but we made time to watch that. I had no doubt about it. Yeah.
God, that was so cool. Like that was so awesome. And I just love that. Have I ever taken you to Griffith Observatory? Have I ever taken you there?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so.
We walked around the outside. I don't think we didn't go in, but yeah, we went up there. Yeah.
I thought so. And it was just funny that like the whole audience was just every celebrity you could possibly see. Every celebrity possible. And there is not one.
I wonder how much the tickets were to that. And then they panned in the crowd and it was like it's like every celebrity possible. I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah. Like because when they came in with like the first shot, we were like, how do people stay quiet about this? Like who got these tickets? Yeah. And then the first screen shot is Ellen, and then it's Lizzo, and then like 30 minutes into the special, it's Drake dancing and rolling in the deep, and you're just like, you literally, it's like Melissa McCarthy sitting right here. It's like there were just random celebrities everywhere. Leo DiCaprio was there. Like it was just all right. So that's what it was. But I thought the funny part for me was just like there is no place that like you will not see a celebrity more than Griffith Observatory. If you're looking for a celebrity, you will not see them there. Like you will never see a celebrity at Griffith Observatory. Yeah. And I'm sure there are people from out of town who are watching that thinking, that's where I got to go. That's where we'll see the celebrities because they watched that Adele special. I'm telling you right now, there is no place that like, I'm sure that when they got the ticket that was like Griffith Observatory on it, they were like, so it's just like rich people, right? Like it's not like there's no normies there. No, there's like there's not gonna be any regos here. No, like I guarantee it because Griffith Observatory is just like it's literally like the place where everyone goes on a school field trip. Like there's school buses there anytime I've been there, kids running around everywhere. It's like there's just but they make it look amazing on TV.
It's not a stop on the TMZ tour. Most certainly most certainly not gonna start. But I'm sure they saw the ticket, saw Griffith Observatory. They're like, I know where that is, but how do we get there?
Yeah, exactly. They're like, I know that place, but I'm never going there.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, let's get into our next topic. Dan, I sent this in the Brunch Breakdown group chat, and it is amazing. Love Cloud Vegas. It is a plane that charters. It's a jet that charters jets to nowhere for people who just want to join the Mile High Club and just bang on a plane. It's $995 for couples for 45 minutes to get busy while Blake flies them. I just love they gave the name. Of course, it's Blake flies Captain them. Blake. What do you think about just a Mile High Club jet that you can rent? Of course, in Vegas.
Of course.
Where else are you gonna do that?
Yeah, naturally. Of course, in Vegas, and they offer ranges up to $1,500 for an hour and a half if 45 isn't enough for you. Red satin sheets. There's a sex position pillow, a twin mattress. The Captain Blake wears noise canceling headphones. By the way, the captain wears headphones anyways. He has to be. He's not just up there like with his. So anyway, he's probably telling people that.
Yeah, pilots don't wear AirPods, guys. I don't know if you do this, but they don't.
No. This is weird. This is really, really, really weird. I wouldn't be able to trust this company, this pilot I would have to be the first one, the first passenger, the first customer, and that would be it. And I'd be everything after that. I don't trust what's going on here. And it's just, no, that's weird, man. Even on a private plane, even if you told me the pilot was behind 3 doors, I don't know. They're up there in a twin Cessna. Like you're not up there in a jet. It's it's a little. I love the Vegas idea in part of it, but I don't think I'm desperate enough to throw down some cash to make it into the club.
Yeah, When I saw how big the plane was, that's when my whole thoughts went away from this. I was like, because it's like you're kind of having sex with the pilot too. It's like you're right there. Like
it's a small plane. Yeah, this isn't
yeah.
This isn't in any of the movies. This isn't Snoop Dogg in the back of the plane. This isn't Austin Powers in that spinning bed. It's like the reason a twin mattress is what's on the plane is because that's literally all that can fit.
Absolutely.
And they say that.
Yeah.
So think about that. Twin mattress, maybe a few inches on the side. That's how big the plane is.
Yeah. Dan, when's the last time that you slept regularly on a twin mattress?
Definitely college. Definitely college. Yeah. Been a while.
Like seriously, college. I remember when I got my first college apartment and there was a full bed in there. I thought I was swimming in my bed. Like I thought I was like, dude, I should never, like, what? I have a bed this big. This is wild, right?
Yeah.
And just thinking about going into the sky to bang on a twin mattress. No, I'm not. No, I'm too old for that. I'm not twin mattress. No, my twin mattress days are over.
No.
That's a done. No, you hit a certain age. And twin mattress lovemaking is over. That's it.
Yeah.
Like you have to end it.
And again, the fact that it's on in a small plane, so any sort of turbulence, you're feeling it. And whether you're causing it or the wind is, because by the way, you're in Vegas, it's a little windy there sometimes.
Very.
Yeah. This is one of those things you talk about with friends when you're drinking, for a happy hour after it's getting late, or Friday, Saturday night, whatever. And you're like, I got a great idea. And everybody like agrees with it, thinks it'd be genius. But then when you wake up Sunday for brunch, as we are here, and it talk about this idea sober before the mimosas start going, it's like, well, would you actually do it yourself? No, probably not. But Captain Blake's got the business plan rolling, and it seems to be working for now, right? As gross as it sounds.
My favorite thing about lovecloudvegas.com, if you want to check this out, is it tells you, it gives you the definition of what the Mile High Club is, which I think is hilarious.
Wow, I didn't know there was
a definition. If you're already on lovecloudvegas.com, you know what the Mile High Club is. And it's just funny that it's like the Mile High Club, or MHC, is slang for the people who have sexual intercourse while on board a flying aircraft. I'm like, guys.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't think you just stumbled onto that. I think you had an idea before you ended up on that website. Yeah.
I think you're right about this, though. I do think that this was Blake and his friends had an idea, but the thing is, Blake has a pilot's license. They put a lot of money into this, I think. And I hope it goes well for them, but I don't think it's going to. I don't know how, because like you said, the first one is the way you do it. I don't know how many people are going to be like, yep, shelling over $9.95 to get in some twin mattress that a bunch of other people have been in.
Yeah, like even if you tell me it's new sheets every time, I'm still like,
no,
I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah, because that's a small mattress still, and who knows what else that's absorbing. But yeah, what do you think about the price? $9.95 for 45 minutes.
That's a good price. See, I think that is a good price, because I think you have it under 1,000. People spend tons of money in Vegas, whether they're gambling or whatever. This is just another thing that you can spend, like, because you can go to Vegas and spend $1,000 like very fast, faster than you can anywhere else. People will take it. So I like the price. It's just the experience is not something that the plane's got to be bigger. It's got to be a better plane. It can't be that. Can't be.
No. And that's probably why they offer up to an hour and a half for $14.95, which makes it an even better deal. But an hour and a half, sounds like it could be a long time, but because you're on a twin mattress, it's probably going to take some extra time in adjusting. That's probably why it's not like up to an hour, and an hour is good. It's like an hour and a half. Yeah. I need to get used to, or like a break. You might need a break and be like, this mattress sucks. Okay, let's try again. what if we face this way? And yeah, that's probably what it is. There's probably a lot of playbook going on in that hour and a half, which you're really not really making it to the Mile High Club for maybe a half hour of that.
Yeah, it's like, would you pay $1,000 to have sex in a dorm room in the sky? That's what you're asking.
That's it.
Like, that's it.
That's what you're asking. With the roommate, a sheet curtain away. Get that too. We're in quote unquote noise canceling headphones. Sure.
Oh God, the college experience in the sky for $9.95 with Blake, your roommate. Whew.
Oh boy, amazing.
All right, let's get into the next thing. Emilio Estevez has joined Kyrie, Irving, and Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know, some other people who don't want to get the COVID vaccine and are throwing money down the drain. And Emilio Estevez had a great career. He doesn't have Kyrie Irving money. He doesn't have Aaron Rodgers money. Like, Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie Irving can, at the end of the day, say what the hell they want because they have hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Emilio Estevez, sir, you need that check. You need that check, sir.
He most certainly needs that check. Yeah. As many times as Mighty Ducks 1, 2, and 3 want to replay on the Disney Channel and on Disney Plus and whatever he's getting from that, he hasn't been around. He hasn't been around very much lately, and this has resurfaced him to the forefront of a lot of younger fans and nostalgic fans like us. And he's walking away from season 2, what ended up being a really good series that we all enjoyed. We don't like reboots and stuff like that very much, but Mighty Ducks Game Changers was one, and now he's out. Season 2, he's out, right? Walking away,
and he was good in it. I think that's the funny part about it was because, like, I had my reservations about him being in it at all. I just wanted a whole new cast, but like, he was actually good in it, and his character was actually like kind of fun. And I was like, oh, so it sucks he's out, but who's gonna replace him? Who should replace him? Because somebody from some classic member has to replace him.
You would think so, right? They can't bring in somebody just completely out of the box, like. But you have to ditch the romantic side of the relationship with what's her face, because Charlie Conway, played by Josh Jackson, I don't think the ages might not match up, because Charlie Conway and Gordon Bombay probably had a good 10-year gap between them. So maybe it's a Taylor Swift, Jake Gyllenhaal situation. Who knows? 3 months, that's about how long that series, over time lasts, and maybe we'll have a song about it one day from Charlie Conway, and movie, but a separate movie. But he's like the automatic one, right? Yeah. He wasn't part of the reunion episode where some of the cast members came back. He wasn't part of that. So this is kind of and I don't know why. We don't know if he was asked and said no, or they just didn't reach out to him, or what it might have been. But you need somebody with a little bit of a namesake still, right? And people know Joshua Jackson for things other than Charlie Conway.
Yeah, like, he's working. Like, I thought he wasn't in it just because, he's like actually active, busy, and working and stuff. So yeah.
So that seems like the obvious one. Goldberg is drugged out, so he's off the list. That certainly won't work, unfortunately. But who else? Any other like previous cast members that you can?
Dude, Keenan.
Oh, Russ Tyler.
Come on, man. Let's bring Russ Tyler to run the rink. Let's go. Like, or do something. I would love for Keenan to be that guy. It would just be fun. It would bring a whole new element to the show. I think it would be fun for Russ Tyler. Just be like, wait, Russ, you live here still? All right, why not? Cool. And just figure it out, because I think that would be fun. But Joshua Jackson's obviously the one. So Josh, if you're listening to the Brunch Breakdown, we need you to join Mighty Ducks Game Changers season 2.
Yeah, you got to save the series, man. You got to save this series because
because you need it.
You do. You need that role, and you need somebody that would hopefully have a connection to the team. Like Adam Banks, he was back in the reunion episode, didn't age all that well, and wasn't necessarily even a great character in the original one. Like as an actor, it wasn't. So I don't think that that would work. I love the Russ Tyler angle. Maybe you go Maybe you go into D2. You think D2 and you bring back Wolf the Dentist Stanton, the coach from Iceland.
Okay.
Maybe you really do a throwback and go deep into that, and then show his like softer side, because he was kind of like the reverse of what they did with Bombay. Bombay was a good guy, good coach, whatever. And then when he came back to the Game Changer, he was kind of an asshole and then softened up towards the end. Maybe it's kind of the reverse thing going on there with Wolf the Dentist Stanton. I can't imagine that guy's busy,
No, I can't imagine he's busy either. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do here, but like, it's just got to be someone and they got to throw it in. Cause I like the show. For those who haven't listened to it, like who haven't watched the show, Monday Night's Game Changers is good.
It is.
Like, it is really good.
Legit.
They put out those pictures that made us think the show was going to be the worst show ever. And it's actually a freaking fun show. So, yeah, man.
I have one other suggestion.
Go ahead.
That might work. I think you can, because if you want, because like you said, you need that role, right? So I'm trying to think of somebody else that maybe wasn't on the original cast that you could somehow tie in and still fill that same sort of Gordon Bombay role. Maybe not Gordon Bombay, maybe Bobby Bombay, played by Charlie Sheen. Emilio Estevez's actual brother. A little bit wacky. It all fits. Charlie Sheen as your new coach.
Problem. Do you think Charlie Sheen is vaccinated?
Oh no, yeah, definitely not. No, you're right.
Because
that's where that list has to start. There's no way.
Like, that is a great idea, but like, there's no way.
No,
there's no way in hell Charlie Sheen is vaccinated. Like,
you're absolutely right. There's
no way
chance.
in hell.
There's no
chance.
Thought we had one. Sorry.
That was a really good one, but then reality sets in, and it's like we're talking Charlie Sheen.
Back to the beer. Things in our heads are realities nevertheless. There you go.
Always comes full circle.
All ties in together. Yes.
Oh, well, Dan, what do we got for Brunch Court? Let's get into it. Dan's going to give us some random foods or food items or drinks or whatever that we are going to decide if these are good or bad or right or wrong, or somebody should go to jail for them. We'll decide. It's Brunch Court. Let's get into it.
Brunch Court. We've got 3 items on Brunch Court today. So let me make sure we share the screen so we can, our fine folks and can join us as well with this. Here we go. Can you see what we're looking at here?
Oh, I see it.
So what we have here is Kraft macaroni and cheese flavor packets. Okay. These have been out in Canada for a little while. And they will be launching in the United States in early 2022. And what it is it's a flavor enhancing packet, like powder, basically just like the regular cheese is in Kraft mac and cheese anyways, but it's a flavor boost. And the 3 flavors they have are ranch, pizza, and buffalo. So it's a way for you to enhance your mac and cheese, put as little or as much as you want in this. Dee, I want your initial thoughts as how you are as Daniel Dudley today as a mid 30-year-old, but I want your thoughts also as a child who ate this stuff probably regularly, often as I did, and kind of what you think there.
Okay. So me as someone let's go to college, because we used to buy lots of mac and cheese in huge boxes, like the one you see there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been all about this. We probably would have mixed all 3 of them together, got sick and all that shit, because it's guaranteed. Because honestly, it's not that crazy. It's buffalo ranch pizza. I eat buffalo chicken. I eat buffalo chicken pizza all the time with ranch on top. So that, I mean, these boost packets would be great at that time. Now, to me, as 36-year-old me, yeah, this doesn't seem like a good idea. It just doesn't. It doesn't seem like a good idea for my stomach, But maybe if you've got a stronger one, cool. I wouldn't trust it. Buffalo. I don't know if I could do the buffalo packet with the mac and cheese. I don't know, man. I don't know.
See, now that's the one that I think I'd be willing to try the most right now. Pizza freaks me out. Pizza flavored stuff. It can be a home run, or it can just be a complete strikeout and a big miss.
Yeah.
Ranch is safe. I think that would be good, but I'm curious about the buffalo nowadays. I Canada's been rocking it.
Dude,
apparently it
Canada
works there.
goes for it, man.
Yeah. As
this
a child,
is gonna work here.
As a child, and growing up, even in college, like you said, all about this. This is like what's taken Kraft so long.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like it's more of that, like what's taken them so long to get around to these. I think it's genius. I would have loved it. It like makes you can turn these things into a meal. You add a little chicken. You mentioned buffalo chicken pizza. You can basically have that. You add a little chicken to your mac and cheese, and then mom doesn't think you're eating macaroni every day. You're adding, a little bit more protein to it. Pizza, you throw some pepperoni in there. It's a game changer. This is a game changer. There's a reason we're doing this when Chris isn't on the episode, by the way, as you can tell. We're not getting into the health, the negative health effects of this, because there are plenty, no doubt about it. So Chris, we are thinking about you, but we just don't want to mention it right now because it sort of could be delicious. But yeah, as a mid 30-year-old, it would be a little dangerous to be trying it after a night out of drinking. Much more willing, and probably would maybe want to do it and completely regret it within the next 3 to 8 hours. But at least they'll be willing to try it.
That pizza flavor.
A little scary. That one's a little scary.
I don't know about that one. Yeah. I don't know. But the ranch packet, I mean, that's Kraft already makes that. Like that's the friggin' salad dressing. Like you make the salad dressing ranch pack. Like
it's in Valley Ranch. It's in Valley Ranch and with a mac and cheese logo on it. Probably.
That's what that is. Like that's just what that is. But yeah, I'm against this now, but for a certain age group, this is key. So shout out to Kraft.
For who it is for. That's what I have to keep in mind. I'm going to say, even though the pizza kind of freaks me out, I'm going to give the approval, the thumbs up. And the reason I also like it is because you can control how much you put in it, right? It's not just like they're selling it where it's mixed in with the cheese packet and that's the flavor you get. You can do a lot. You can do a little. I think it helps you control it a little bit more. So for that reason, ingenuity, thumbs up to Kraft for this.
I like it. All right.
So first item up. That was our first item up. Oh boy. This one I'm fascinated. We have to remember to bring this up to Chris. We have to remember to bring this one up. I'm fascinated of what he thinks. And I love how this is all live. You haven't seen these. For anybody listening, Didi and Chris typically have no idea until maybe the minute before we go on air that they've seen these. These are from our good friends at Hostess, who make all of the fun, snacks and treats and stuff like that. Donuts they make. These are jumbo donuts. So, they make the little ones. These are jumbo. These are more of like basically a donut. You call it a jumbo donut. It's a donut. But they're called Boost Caffeinated Jumbo Donuts. These are legitimately caffeinated donuts. Okay. 2 flavor varieties: caramel macchiato, which looks like a glazed donut just from a visual standpoint, and chocolate mocha, which looks like a chocolate cake donut with glaze on it. And there's an amount of caffeine equal to 1 cup of coffee. Reason we need to get Chris's input is because he hates donuts, but he loves coffee and he needs his caffeine. So I'm very curious as if this would change his opinion at all. But Daniel Dudley, talk to me when you think, I've never heard of this. This is so fascinating. Caffeinated donuts.
I need this right now. I've already been looking on my phone. As soon as this picture went up, I was like, how can I find these things? I don't know when I can find these things, but I guess someday soon I'll find them. But like, I need these in my life right now. Like, I love the flavors. I love the fact that it's got 1 cup of coffee inside the donut. I don't know how you do that, but whatever, and still make it taste good. But whatever, I need to try this. I need this in my life. So Hostess Boost, let's go. I'm over the moon on this one. Like a donut that packs the power of coffee. Come on, like what? Like coffee and a donut in one. Come on, all for it.
It's wild, man. It is. It's genius. And the fact that it is a full cup's worth of caffeine, caffeine in the donut, not a half, not a cup of green tea, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Legitimate. And I'm sure there's enough other sugar in there to cover up any weird flavors that it has. And I'm sure it's delicious. Hostess stuff is delicious. I don't care how bad it is for you. It's freaking delicious. That's their job and they're good at it. And this is genius. This is absolutely genius. I'm so in favor of this. I need to be on the lookout for them, all for the taste test on the air. Might not be good to do it at the time that we record on the East Coast, but I don't typically go caffeine after maybe 3:00, but I love it. I hope there's more of this to come, more flavors. I will dig and see if I can get some information for you and our listeners about when these are available, where they're available, et cetera, but be on the lookout because this is a game-changing item in the breakfast category. We're here for brunch anyways, right? And we're welcoming this to the table.
Apparently you can get them at like Hostess' website and I am going to buy them. So yeah,
there you go.
That's happening. That's happening. Merry Christmas, boys. I'll probably send some to you guys.
Yes,
how much could they possibly be?
You can get them. Yeah.
Doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could be. Merry Christmas indeed. So, okay, here we go. I love this.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I love
fascinating stuff. Last one of this, we got a full episode of Brunch Court here today. A really full one and very interested to see what you think of this last one. We've got Thanksgiving coming up. Typically pie season. You're a big fan of pies.
Dude, I was just talking to Siobhan about that just recently to go get my favorite pie of all time. So yeah.
There you go. Well, this may have to be added to that list if you're seeing it on your screen right now. You might not be able to judge the size of this, but it looks like a Reese's peanut butter cup in the shape of a pie with somebody slicing out a pie slice from the Reese's peanut butter cup. This is not zoomed in. This isn't mini forks, mini pumpkins, mini plates. This is a 9-inch, over 3-pound Reese's peanut butter cup out for Thanksgiving in the shape of a pie. Well, it's in the shape of a Reese's peanut butter cup. You're supposed to eat it like a pie. Thick layer of chocolate on the top, thick layer of chocolate on the bottom, a huge filling of peanut butter in between. Again, out for Thanksgiving now from the wonderful people at Reese's. Didi, we're not far removed from Halloween. Reese's cups went number 1 in our Halloween draft by me, actually. And I think many others would share the same. What are you thinking here? 9-inch Reese's cup pie.
How could you hate this? Like, if you hate this, who hurt you? Like, if you hate this and like you don't have like a peanut allergy or some shit like that, where you physically can't eat this or your body will reject it, I have no idea how you hate this. It is just a giant Reese's cup. They should sell these at Halloween. How do you throw this in trick-or-treaters' bags? Like that one person who has the great costume. It's like, you know what, kid? Hold on one second. You get the big boy. Like you get the big Reese's. Like that is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. I imagine the only reason why it took them so long to do this is because they couldn't manufacture enough. They had to figure out the way to get the cost down because this is such an easy thing to do. But I bet it probably just costs a lot and they figured it out. But like, man, honestly, if you hate this, who hurt you? Who hurt you? This is what?
I'm with you. We get another clean sweep here where I'm completely in favor of this. It looks amazing. It sounds amazing. I'm sure, they had to get the texture right and everything with all that peanut butter and make sure it all fits together and that you could slice it without the thing just crumbling. And it looks like it does that beautifully. You think 9 inches, that's big for Reese's cup. It's not big in terms of a pie, but like It's also just completely peanut butter and chocolate. You don't need a large slice of this. Okay. So just think about that in terms of slicing up this pie, that you just need a thin slice of this here because it's intense, but it seems amazing, delicious. I got to get my hands on one of these for Thanksgiving too. It's like, I'll bring the pie, and then you show up with this and everybody would be happy. And it's the story of the year.
Wow. Shout outs to Reese's. You guys. Big win.
They've done it again. Yeah.
Man.
So
what a beautiful brunch core, Dan.
Right?
That was nice.
Tried to provide some wild stuff, and I wasn't sure which way you were going to go on some of that, and that's why I'm dying to get Chris's opinion on some of these as well. But we were in favor. We're not always usually in favor of some brunch core things, but went out on a limb there and had a good clean sweep. A lot of wild stuff, and we've got more to come. We've got holiday stuff coming up, some Thanksgiving stuff that I'm excited to share in the coming weeks as well. So that was Brunch Court.
Oh, beautiful. All right. Well, let's get into what we are listening to, Dan. And you were on a road trip, so I'm sure you were listening to a lot of something. So you must have a good playlist. So I'll let you get started. Go for it, man.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff because we happened to go on a road trip on a week where there was a lot of great music released. And Didi, I hope I'm not stealing this one from you, but it's from our boy, Alan Stone, released his newest album called Apart. And if you don't know, you better know. We've been on this bandwagon for a while, our boy Alan Stone. Long. And this, since 2012, honestly, we're coming up on 10 years of Alan Stone. And this album might be my most favorite of his, like from front to back, start to finish, complete, since his self-titled album in 2012. Everything else has been really great, but I love how this album flows. And it's incredible. The one that is probably getting the most attention, and probably will, it might get Alan Stone some radio play, which he's so overly deserved for a long time, is the single with Alessia Cara called Bet I Made. And when I saw her name featured on the song with Alan Stone, I'm like, oh yes, the song is going to be amazing. These two voices coming together, and it did not disappoint. May add a few others in there as well, because the whole album is great. But Alan Stone, check out the whole album, but definitely going to put Bet I Made with Alessia Cara on the playlist this week.
Dude, so I will say about this album, I hate like acoustic versions, stripped down versions of songs. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't really like them. And that's basically what this whole album is, different interpretations of his songs. But oh my God, it's so freaking good.
Yeah.
Like I can no longer say that I hate when anyone just does this, because the songs are different. This even goes into like our covers conversation that we had a couple weeks ago. Like the songs are different. Like Bet I Made doesn't sound like Bet I Made on on the album. No, this is a completely different song. Like it, dude.
Because that's dangerous to do, because you could make every song worse. But he found a way to do it where it made it unique enough, kept the integrity of those songs, but made them unique enough to stand out and be like, wow, this version is also incredible. Yeah, I love it. I will add a song for the playlist from that too. So just definitely know that. Good. All right. I am going to start with Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak put out this Evening with Silk Sonic, and I really, really like it. I really, really like it. I want them to do another album too. So I will say, I want them to do another album. Okay. Maybe they did, because this song's 9 songs and it's 30 minutes long. So there's time. Yeah.
I want them to do another album where, like, because you can tell that Bruno Mars is steering the ship on this album. You can tell that he is. It's like very 70s inspired, all that stuff. And it's cool. And I like it a lot. But like, I want them to do something like newer and just like funkier and more like Anderson .Paak style. And then Bruno just comes in and just sings his ass off, because like that's what I want him to do. Yeah. And I would love it. But that's a long tangent to go to the song I'm putting on the playlist. Fly As Me is incredible. I love this song so much. And it's Anderson .Paak just killing it, and Bruno is killing it. And and also I want to put on a smile as well too, because that's just like Bruno killing it and just all the Bruno Marsy ways that he can just take over a song.
Yeah.
And so yeah, put on a smile, Fly Is Me, Silk Sonic. I love this album.
We were waiting a long time, it felt like, for it, right?
Yeah, it did.
Because it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it
Like,
really
what
did. It made me think that like they literally had the album done when they put out Leave the Door Open, but then Leave the Door Open became like one of the biggest songs of the year. And I think they were just like, well, let's just ride this out. I honestly think that's what happened, because like it seems like, like you guys, this thing's done. Like you guys were done with this album. Right. It's 30 minutes long. Like you were done.
For sure.
Like you didn't just Leave the Door Open and you were like, all right, let's make the rest of the album. That didn't happen, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Next one up for me, another a favorite band of mine that released their 4th full-length album, Walk the Moon. The album called Heights. I think I featured one of their earlier releases. It's been a few weeks now, and some of them have been getting a little bit of radio play, but the full album finally out, called Heights. And same thing with Alan Stone. Honestly, from start to finish, we listened to this album maybe 2 or 3 times on the road trip from start to finish to really get the full sound and feel of it. It has it hits the heights. It's got the jams. It's got the laid back ones a little bit that Walk the Moon's been accustomed to too, but they're not, too slow or too boring. There's a really fascinating song in there where he's kind of, how do I even say? He's not talking. He's sort of telling the story, but in a vocal way that's kind of fascinating and different. So I'm going to add Heights on the playlist this week. I'm going to add I'm Good on the playlist, maybe another one as well. But I encourage people to check out the full album. It's super, super good. I was a little worried by those 3 songs that they released a little while ago. I was like, oh no, I don't know if this album's going to be great or not. And they surprised me. And thankfully it is. Because usually you try to release some of that earlier single stuff, right? You want a heavy hitter to come out first. And now bands nowadays are releasing like half the album. And then you realize that back half of that album, when it comes out, is probably not going to be any good. Yeah. But thankfully this wasn't the case here. So Walk the Moon.
Yeah. Shouts to Walk the Moon. I'm excited to listen to this because I like Walk the Moon. So I'm excited to listen to that.
You should enjoy it.
Another one of our favorites, Charlie XCX. She has an album coming out on it's like March 9th or something. So I don't know why she's like, dropping the first single here, but whatever. I'm sure Coachella has something to do with that. But anyways, she put out a song with Christine and the Queens, New Shapes. Holy shit. If you love pop music, this song like is perfect. It is just, I just love when someone's like, I'm going to make a pop song and I'm going to make the poppiest pop song. I'm going to do it and it's going to be awesome. And it's just, this song is great. The hook is great. The sounds are great. Everything is just amazing about this song. Like it's definitely one of my favorite songs of this year for sure. And because I just, every time it comes on, I got to listen to it like 4 times. I can't just listen to it once. I got to listen to it like 4 times. Like it's so good. And I love Charlie XCX and Christine, and come on, like New Shapes. Check it out.
Yeah, dude, that's a great pick. Great song. Yeah. 2 people coming together that you probably wouldn't pair up. You wouldn't think that would pair up, but it made magic. It was really, really good. Last one for me is from my girl, Blue to Tiger. She's back. It seems like every time she puts out a song, I'm throwing her on the playlist. That's because it's really good. And she did it again. And this song is called Blondes. And back to the story about discovering her and how she's unique and stands out and how she writes music is that she started learning how to play music on the bass guitar, which isn't all that common, especially for somebody with vocal talent. That's typically not the instrument you pick up, but that's where she started, then realized, oh shit, I can sing too. And then learned all the other instruments. And this song goes back to that. It's led with that bass guitar and it just drives the song, which is unique in pop music. It's just not really a common theme. And she's got a, unique style to her voice. And I love it. And this song does that, exactly that. You really got to kind of think and strip that back and think, what am I listening to here? Vocals, bass, and then that track that kind of lays it underneath that. And I love the way she layers it also. Blondes from Blue to Tiger.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. My last one here is, which one do I want to pick? I got one. All right.
Spin the wheel.
Okay. Going with Tate McRae. I was gonna go with another one, but I'll hold on to it. See if I still like the song next week. But anyways, Tate McRae, Feel Like Shit. Here's the reason why I'm putting Tate McRae on here. I love freaking Tate McRae. Like her voice, I think, is so cool. And just where anytime she does a song with someone, she just completely washes them away because her voice is just better than everyone's. And so I'm happy on this song that it's just Feel Like Shit. It's great. And it's not that she has like it's not like she has some like Adele type voice or something where it's like, yeah, or Jennifer Hudson type crazy voice that, it's just this really cool tone that she has. And it like reminds me of like, I don't know, it reminds me of like how like T-Boz from like TLC doesn't have the strongest, craziest voice, but like her voice was just so freaking cool. And it just cuts through all of those records where it's like no one else can sing that song except you. And that's how I feel about Tate McRae. So Feel Like Shit is the song that she just put out, and I'm gonna put it on the playlist.
Excellent. Strong playlist this week.
Oh, big time.
Heading into the, the holiday week. People like Chris that travel a little early for Thanksgiving, heading anywhere. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Check it out on Spotify. Sure. That'll be up. It'll be up when you're listening to this, probably, hopefully. On Friday. Should be up on Friday. Check it out. Sounds of Brunch on Spotify.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Dan, this has been fun. Just me and you.
It has been, man. Just the two of us. We're here.
Just the two of us.
We made it work. We make it happen. It's always a good brunch.
Oh, man. Any final thoughts?
The road construction in this country is absolutely ridiculous. And so, I'm calling on you, Mayor Pete, Secretary of Transportation, get this shit fixed, because we were delayed. Every leg of our trip got delayed for construction. Every single one, and it's driving me crazy. So just a final thought.
Check out the videos of the brunch breakdown on Instagram, on YouTube, everywhere, because that's going to be one of them for sure. We're calling out Mayor Pete.
You're going to cut that one up.
That's absolutely going to be one of them. So it's the brunch breakdown. We're out.